Fellas, let's dive a bit deeper into the heart, mind, and spirit of the athlete. This is Fourth and Inches, and it's time for some real combo, okay?
Yeah, real combo.
Yeah. To many fans, athletes are superheroes. You're fast, you're strong, you're mentally tough, you can do literally the impossible. But recently, we've seen a lot of players run into their kryptonite. Micah Parsons stated that this was the first time he realized he wasn't invincible. We've got Tua, who's battling to prove his invincibility to himself and the world. My question to you guys is, Key, we'll start with you. Can you take me back to a point in your career where you realized that knee-jerking moment that you weren't invincible?
I would say my moment, so to speak, was in LA, and Sean McVay, we just played Seattle, right? I cracked 2 ribs, nothing major though. I finished the game, I'm lead, finished like a superhero. Yeah. Boom, that Monday morning, Sean called me to his office. Like, hey, we're gonna put you on IR and we're gonna let Troy Hill spin, the young corner spin. So I'm like, Coach, I got a couple broke ribs. Like, I don't need to go on IR for this. If y'all wanna let the young boy spin, let him spin, I'll be his backup. If he start getting roasted, I'll come say today, like a superhero. I'm feeling like that. He like, nah, leave, I don't know if your personality gonna allow you to be a backup. You ain't never been a backup. So that was the first time in my life I went to a coach office and was basically fired. You know what I'm saying? We finna let the young boy spin.
Yeah.
So he like, we putting you on IR. So it was already this, he came to me like it was a conversation to be had, but this decision was already made. You know what I'm saying? It was already made. So I left out of there, I left out of that meeting like, damn, I just got cut for the first time. I didn't get cut, but I got cut. I got fired for the first time in my 12-year career. So that probably was my moment. I called my mama, my wife, hey, I'm done. I quit. I don't care. I don't give a damn what they say. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So it really hit me. It hit me. That was the first time that ever happened to me. So I say that definitely was my moment.
Gotcha. Josh, was there a point in your career where you felt like, okay, it's time to hang it up?
Yeah. Yeah, I think as players, we build this ego, what I'm saying, around, like, build this character up. And after a while, like, it comes to a point where, like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying, I ain't invincible.
Right.
Like, this type of stuff can happen to me. As players, we go through so much, speeding tickets, all type of stuff we go through, and it just gets swept under the rug. But until you hit that moment where, like, yo, it's real, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, let me start thinking, like, what can I do now? Like, what can I do after football? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as players in the league, you got guys that's just football. And when they done with football, they don't got nowhere else to go. They don't got no other outlet. So I feel like, leaning on your family, doing all that type of stuff, like, and still having that type of bond with, your kids, your family, your wife, whatever it is that you got a bond with, sharing that with them. And then when you're done with this game, guess what? You can move on you can move on gracefully, and you can be done with the game. So me personally, I feel like I'm going too long.
No, you're good. You're good. But to piggyback off of that, speaking of preparing for the end of football, is there anything that you guys did in particular to prepare for the end of your career?
What you got? Oh, well, yeah. As far as me, I was just like, let's go in business. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, football done. Like, I feel like football is a head start on life. Football is a head start on life. Hey, you give a dude $2 million, you give a dude a barbershop. The dude with $2 million, and guess what? He got a head start on life. The dude with the barbershop, guess what? We got this for life. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, let's just jump in the business world. You know what I'm saying? Use all the tools you gain along the way and start putting it in play.
Yep. I think like year 6 in my NFL career, I built the gym, something similar to, House of Athletes, something like this. I built it in Dallas, and we hammed it for 6 years. So I feel like I did a good job kind of preparing for my retirement. It made us a bunch of money. It kept us popping in the city with football, and that's what we wanted to do. Me and my brother always said, we want to build like a football hub, get little dudes off the street, teach them, you know what I'm saying, teach what's taught. That's what we always wanted to do.
And that's another thing for the young kids, like the young guys in the league coming up. Don't wait too late, you know what I'm saying,
right,
to start pushing that agenda.
Investing too.
Yeah, like the money is coming fast, so it's easy to spend it fast. Start like pushing towards a business or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And then, I feel like you'll be smooth along the way.
So my takeaway, financial literacy is important.
Definitely.
Super important.
And investing your money.
Gotta invest your money, man.
Love that. Circling back though, to the conversation about your kryptonite. I know we didn't go pro.
Yeah.
We didn't go pro.
This is my pro right here.
Right,
pro.
right. But you are very deeply connected into the world of an athlete, your brother Dak Prescott. I'm curious to know, do you guys have conversations about, one, what it means to be not invincible? The conversations about, CTE, nobody ever wants to say that word, but CTE.
Yeah.
Like, do you have those tough conversations, and what's it like in your household?
Yes and no. Like, we never had a conversation about CT or anything like that, but I mean, we have had conversations about when he's done. Like Josh pointed on, so many of these guys lock in that I'm a football player. I mean, these guys started playing football at what, 6, 7?
7 years
He
old.
played that for the next 20-something years, right? So like you said, that's all they were football players. So Dak and I have had the conversation, about when he's done playing football, that he wants to be more than a football player. And I think that started with him with his, Dak had a serious injury a few years ago. And
Yeah.
I remember like he was going through contract disputes, everything. And I came to him as a big brother, as somebody, like I told him, bro, sit these first 6 games out. Like, you're allowed to sit the first 6 games out. Go ahead and do it. You're still gonna get your money.
Right.
He looked me in my face, and I guess that's where that invincibility factor comes in and said, Tad, 1, I can't do that to my team. I love them too much. And 2, it's not like I'm gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
3 weeks later,
You hurt.
broken ankle. So, like I said, I think for those guys, like Josh said, it has to happen first for them to kind of realize, like, wow, I'm not invincible.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had those conversations.
Man, hindsight is 20/20, right?
Yeah.
Looking back, is there anything that you would change about your decisions during your career?
I would change like how soon I started getting into real estate, because
Okay.
I mean, I'm very involved in it now, and I've probably been involved in it for the last 2 years, and I feel like I got drafted again. So and the guy who I'm involved with,
The money that good?
it's so good. But look, the guy who I'm involved with is the head of HOA in my neighborhood, and he was the first house in our neighborhood, and I was one of the longest houses. I could have asked him 10 years ago to let me get involved. I waited. I asked him. He invited me to lunch immediately and put me at the table. So I just wish that I would have opened my mouth sooner just to prepare myself for when I retire.
Yeah, connections are everything too. That's outside of the sports world, inside the sports world. I agree. What about you?
Like you say, I feel like I wish I would have got into the business world faster. You know what I'm saying? Like me, when I came in the league, man, I thought the league was supposed to be like any given Sunday. That's what it's supposed to be like. You know,
It
that's
really
how
is.
that's how I was living. Like, it's like any given Sunday, man. I was outside, clubs, casinos, we doing all the stuff that really don't matter. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, when we should have been more focused on the game, you know what I'm saying? Especially the way I came in. I came in undrafted, free agent. I'd have been cut more times than I could count.
Right.
But I ended up playing 8 years. But one thing about me, when I was on the field, football was my main focus. But when I was off the field, it wasn't football. So my thing is, I wish I would have just took it more serious on the field and more serious in the business, on the business side.
Are there not guys like veterans in the locker rooms suggesting that to y'all, or
It is.
or are y'all just so young y'all don't give a damn?
It's so
about that
young
part?
when they saying it. I'm like, yeah, but man, like, we to the
the
mall.
club at?
Okay, we to the mall. We finna get this paper. Man, listen,
club.
you hear it, but you think you got so much time.
Right.
Yeah.
That time go by so fast.
I played with Brandon.
Yeah.
And you can ask him. He been telling me, "Hey, yo, let's get on the business. Get on the business." I'm talking text message. Hey, let's get on the business. But I was so focused on what I was doing that
Yeah.
I couldn't see that far, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A kid coming from the hood, we getting all this money. Like, we can't see that far, bro. We never seen 2 home parents and people, business owners. We ain't see that type of stuff.
Right.
So we seen the rappers
Yeah.
and the athletes. So that's what we was driven to be.
I remember Dak's first Pro Bowl in Orlando. We're sitting there hanging out with Trent Williams, and they got I'm sure y'all see they got the little jewelry dude walking around with a backpack on.
That's right.
And so we're sitting out there, and they go to making a deal, and I think Dak ended up getting a little watch, and Trent just had him lay out all kinds of stuff.
What kind of watch?
Oh, don't make me lie to you. It was Rolex something. I mean, it was something. But I remember, and Trent told Dak then, he was like, one of the best investments if you're going to spend your money is jewelry, because it holds its value. And I remember Dak was like, bro, I'm not a jewelry person or whatever. And Trent looked in his face and said, wait till Jerry Jones puts a phone number in your bank account. And Dak laughed. And now I got to look at Dak, man. Dak APs, necklaces, gold. Like I said,
It's the culture.
Tennis bracelet.
Yeah, he took Trent's words to heart and kept it fulfilled for him.
I feel like a balance in both, right?
Yeah, definitely got to have a balance.
A business side and have a little fun with it too.
Yeah.
Most importantly though, listen to the big homies, okay?
Yeah.
Listen to the big homies. If there is anything that you guys miss about the game, can you tell me just the biggest thing? Is it the fans? Is it the camaraderie? Is it the competition?
The checks be so
The bag.
crazy.
Yeah, like every week.
The check, I'm talking about, all right, so you bro, I'm talking about, I used to show it to my mama just to show her like, hey, yeah, this really do say 437K.
Yeah.
Like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
Every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks,
That's
this thing's
crazy.
coming in. Like, so if it's anything that I miss, of course, I miss the guys, the locker room, the camaraderie. The shit we had in Denver was crazy, man. I go to Vine House 21-21, I'm in the door. Chris 25-25, he can get
I
in.
hope they change some codes.
Yeah, what?
I mean, it's old though. This old. He done sold the Club 58. They called it, the wives called it Club 58.
Yeah.
He done sold it and all now. But I'm telling you, I miss the camaraderie, of course. But if I miss anything,
It's that check.
it's that check.
Name check. You get paid
Come
all
on
the time.
Come on now.
Me personally, I just miss the whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like we've been doing, like you say, man, we've been doing this since I've been 7 years old. Bro.
Yeah.
So putting the pads on, you know what I'm saying, warming up, going out on the field, the camaraderie with the guys in the locker room. We used to be in the locker room gambling. Wives calling like, "Where y'all at, man? We still at the locker
We at
room.
work, baby.
We still at work playing Blu-ray." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I feel like that's the thing that I miss the most. You know what I'm saying? Being with the fellas, the camaraderie. Nah, man, you know, we stay at home dads, fathers,
Exactly.
coaches. You know, and I love that part too. But
Exactly.
you know, hey, we gotta give it up. Sometimes, man, we living for the youth right now.
Can you still give a hit? And can you still take a hit?
I ain't going out there.
I got one though. I'm saying.
You got one in
About
If the
3
check-
good
if the check
players.
right,
Check clear.
bam.
Oh, for that check, yeah, we
the check
going.
clear.
And I'm
Going
coming
right
now.
now. Put me on
I ain't
kickoff.
that old.
Hey, man, I'm
Me
going
too.
on
Put
practice
me- I'll
squad.
put
Feel
some
me?
pads on. They
Hey,
give me a check.
that's
clear.
another
If the check
thing.
look right, I can get it done.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank you for your contribution. That was great. Good convo. That's Fourth and Inches presented by Vivid Seats. Download the Vivid Seats app and get in the game.